What's a really awkward situation that everyone can relate with? Someone trying to initiate a handshake after you've just washed your hands. It's either a few awkward seconds of quickly drying your hands on your jeans or shaking their hand anyway and seeing the discomfort in their eyes. Saying hello or how are you to somebody and getting 100% ignored. Worse when someone else you know is there too and notices you getting ignored. Someone showing everyone in the group something on their phone and waiting until it is your turn. Even worse if it never makes it to you and you have to pretend you're not secretly dying to know what it is. Having your stomach rumble in the middle of a quiet class meeting. Edit. Both in college and at store meetings, my go-to cover-up strategy was to furiously flip through pages of notes to try and drown it out. Not being able to pick up when someone else is completely disinterested in what you are talking about. Ever drag your shoe across a tile floor and have it make a loud wet fart sound so everyone in the room looks at you? Then you insist it was your shoe and try to make the sound again, but nothing happens? Yeah, that. When you've had multiple interactions with someone but you can't remember their name, but it's gone too far to admit you've forgotten it, so you just have to call them love or mate forever. Being called on to answer a question you really have no idea how to answer. When you run out of things to say during a conversation and you're not quite sure how to end it. Being at a friend's house as a kid and the friend's mother starts yelling at your friend. Being at a friend's house as a kid and the friend's father walks in only wearing underwear. Watching a sex scene with your parents. Visited my aunt and uncle 7 years ago and we were hanging out watching TV. My uncle clicks through channels and stops on Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. Within minutes it's the shaved pussy party scene. My aunt and uncle sit there in silence watching, not saying anything until the scene is over while I sweat bullets. If you put an acorn between my butt cheeks I could have cracked it. A few months ago I visit again. Uncle flips through channels. It's Starship Troopers. Within minutes it's a sex scene and the boobies are out. I'm not visiting anymore. When you think someone waves at you so you wave back, but they were waving at someone behind you. When you're finishing up at the checkout and the cashier puts the notes on top of the receipt and then coins on top of that. Then the next person steps up and you're fumbling, trying to disassemble the stack in your hand, gather your shopping, say thanks and move away at the same time. When someone asks what's going on, and you respond good, you. How are you? I'm fine, what about you? Great, you? Could be worse. And you? When you are video chatting, start talking and because of the delay you interrupt each other all the time. Stop talking, start again, interrupt the other one, stop talking. Never-ending story. When you are walking and almost trip for no reason and look back at the invisible stick that you tripped on. When you reply to a stranger who says hello, but then realize they were on the phone and not speaking to you. Happened to me just yesterday, and I didn't get any sleep last night as I couldn't stop reliving the moment. When you're saying goodbye to someone, and then you both end up walking in the same direction. Or when you turn and walk into a wall with people watching. Edit. My first awards ever. So glad my forms of awkwardness resonate with others. When you're having a conversation with someone and you don't hear what they say so you ask them to repeat and they do. But you still don't hear it and ask them to repeat again and they do. And you still don't know what they said. Do you ask them to repeat again and maybe still not hear it? Pretend you heard it and nod your head and hope it's an appropriate response? Stab yourself in the eye with a pen to create a diversion and change the subject? When you swallow water wrong and it turns to a coughing fit in 2020. When you're walking past coworker and you've already said hello earlier. Everyone's making that weird flat smile. When you walk out of the store empty-handed, feeling like you just stole something. Standing there while two people talk about something you don't know about. Go to wash your hands, and the water comes out at 1,000 miles an hour, splashing your crotch. You are of course at work. Coming out of a public toilet after laying a beast and there is someone waiting to go in the cubicle. When you accidentally say you too. After someone says something that isn't compatible with that statement and you just stare awkwardly at each other. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment which is your favorite and be sure to like and subscribe for future videos. Woof.